GS Street of Don, and I'm back with another live stream. What's going on, chat? How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today, man? What's going on, chat? I want to get into this content, man, with my boy Poetic Flacco. Y'all know Poetic Flacco keep the great content coming, man. Y'all know he do, man. I want to get into this content. Yeah, man, with Poetic Flacco. I want to let everybody get in here first. Shout out Porter Flipper and the great content he always coming with, man. On this Nolan Wells and on his game and Kendrick Lamar stuff and all that, man. Yeah, man. Shout out Porter Flacco, man. Y'all get in here, get in here, get in here, mud. Y'all get in here. Let's see who about to step in the place to be. I'm cooking right now, too, chat. We cooking right now. We're about to get into this content. Let's see what's going on. Chat, what's going on? Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. What's pumping and jumping. Man, I'll get in here, man. Get in here. I'll get up in here, man. I'll get up in here. I'll get in here. Man, spin them dubs in the chat. Spin them dubs in the chat, boy. Spin them dubs in the chat. Spin them dubs. Spin them dubs in the chat. Food, my shit gonna get burnt. Y'all spin them dubs in the chat, man. Spin them dubs. Spin them dubs. Okay, we got a few W's in the chat. We got a few W's in the chat. Spin them dubs, man. Y'all like this live stream? Make sure y'all like this live stream, man. Chat, what's going on? What's going on, bro? What's going on, man? What's going on, chat? How y'all doing? I'm cooking right now. Yeah, okay, let me spin my dubs in the chat. Spin them dubs. We kind of lagging a little bit too. We lagging a little bit, chat. So just bear with me. Just bear with me, mud. We lagging a little bit. Just a little slight lag, slight little lag. We lagging a little bit, man. We lagging a little bit. But it's alright. It's okay though. We definitely lagging a little bit. Definitely lagging a little bit. We got a slight lag. We got a slight lag. Chat, we got a slight lag going on. We got like a slight lag. Trying to fix the Wi-Fi box, chat. Trying to fix the Wi-Fi box right now. Chat, rock up. Hey, chat, I'm about to start it for y'all. I'm about to start it for y'all, but here I come. Here I come.
Yo, this Kendrick and Game beef has really exploded over the last couple of days, and it just keeps getting worse as the days go by. Previous videos, we discussed how Game is upset at Kendrick Lamar because Kendrick Lamar won't hop on the phone with him and tell him the issues that Kendrick Lamar has with him.
This too, another thing, there's some insight, and I'm gonna say which why you on the thing. There's some insight. You know, Dot don't get on the phone with everybody, man. He don't talk to. This what y'all got to understand about Kendrick Lamar. He is not talking to everybody. He talked to Glasses. He's a very few small people that he'll get on the phone with. I think that was another thing that Game had an issue with. He couldn't get Kendrick on the phone. And I'm trying to explain, like, man, why won't he just talk to me? You know, I'm just like, my nigga, like, hey, man. And I'm explaining to this, everybody ain't the same. I remember having a conversation with Kendrick about that phone and just talking. He's like, that's his vice.
There's a few middlemen between Kendrick Lamar and the Game, and those middlemen, I think they did a really great job at kind of just keeping the temperatures down. Because they knew if they tell Game, yo, Kendrick Lamar don't really rock with you, bro, that's why he's not going to hop on the phone, Game would have probably dropped 1,000 diss tracks, right? So they're telling Game, yo, bro, Kendrick don't got a problem with you, bro. That's just how he finds his peace. He only talks to a few people, chill, relax. It's not until Top Dog called into their podcast, called into Stackwell's podcast, where he tells Stackwell, man, listen, man, let's stop the pretending, right? Kendrick don't rock with Game. He's not hopping on the phone with Game because Game did some sucker stuff in it.
Lynn says, Stat, we're rooting for you. Hope you're not in trouble. That's funny. Okay.
Hello? I'm back.
Okay. You're back. Okay. Everything good? How'd that go?
You know, let me tell y'all what that call was about. Okay.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
So let me go to the chat. Make sure there's some people in here. Let me tell y'all what that call was about. That call was about Top was calling me to tell me that when these clips come out, we got to tell the whole. He said, I know you telling the whole story, but you got to tell. It got to be in the clip of the whole story because he want everybody to understand. Dot didn't just stop talking to him for no reason. After that video that dude shot in Compton, that changed everything.
The 100 video.
The 100 video. And, you know, I had spoke about that and told, when I said that, I told Wack and Game about that. And Top thing is like, hey, that gotta be it don't need to be perceived that Dot just stopped talking to Kendrick out of nowhere. I mean Kendrick stopped talking to Game out of nowhere. Right. That was the thing that, you know what I'm saying? That did it. And he reminded me that some of the younger guys, when they shot that J-Rock video, they went over to Game's house to do that part. And Game when he put that mask on, he said that the label or somebody said he couldn't show his face. But 2 weeks later, he did a Hurricane Chris video.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that Top is reminding me on the phone.
If you take a closer look at the lyrics that the Game allowed for Drake to perform in Compton, you kind of understand where Kendrick Lamar may have a problem with this. Now, this went over a lot of people's head, including my head, because this song is from 2015. A lot of us don't remember all the disses from this song. But if you look at this particular line right here, where Drake says, I would have all your fans talking to Kendrick if I didn't go pop and I stayed on some conscious stuff. I would have so many more friends if I lost my success and my confidence. I'm in the club every time that they play the competition, which is Kendrick Lamar. If they even play the competition and I've seen the response they get. Yeah, nobody even hearing it. You'll hear a little later where Game's team is saying, yo, Game didn't know that Drake was dissing Kendrick Lamar. He didn't know they had beef, which I do think is kind of impossible because the Control verse dropped in 2013. Drake went on, I think, radio, or he did an interview with Elliot Wilson where he's dissing Kendrick Lamar, right? And making it very well known he don't like Kendrick Lamar. So that beef was publicized. Maybe the Game didn't know, like, I don't know. But from Kendrick Lamar's perspective, you brought this dude to my city, you know, where I'm from. He dissed me on the song he got with you. Yeah, bruh, I don't rock with you. So you do kind of understand both sides, especially if we're believing that Game, quote unquote, didn't know. That's still not an excuse from Kendrick Lamar's perspective. He still did it. He still got the one-up because you allowed him to get the one-up. Well, the Game contacted Stackwell after seeing that particular clip go viral where Top Dog is calling in and telling Stat, this is why Kendrick Lamar don't like the Game. Well, the Game also had a message that he wanted Stackwell to disseminate to the public.
But he said when Kendrick did Power, and this is what he said, when Kendrick did Power, and they knew that 50 Cent was his arch nemesis, he didn't feel away. He felt like he enjoyed it. So he's like, I didn't care that Kendrick did Power.
I understand what Game was trying to say, but clearly the Game missed the mark because anybody can see that there's a clear difference between Game doing a verse with Drake that dissed Kendrick Lamar in Compton in 2015 and Kendrick Lamar doing a TV show that 50 Cent executive produced in 2018. Game and 50 Cent rap beef was 2005. Okay, 50 Cent probably ain't dropped an album, in like 10, 15 years or so? So Kendrick Lamar doing a TV show in 2018, 13 years removed from this Game and 50 Cent beef, is a little different than Game doing a verse with Drake and Compton in 2015 in the middle of the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. Those two things are not even comparable. Like, those two things are not even in the same realm. But I understand what Game is trying to say, but come on, bro. Like, you got to be honest with yourself, bro. Kendrick doing a TV show in 2018 when you and 50 Cent rap beef was in 2005 ain't the same as you doing a song with Drake dissing Kendrick Lamar in 2015 when the rap beef kicked off in 2013. Also, how can Game be mad at Kendrick Lamar for doing Power in 2018 when Game and 50 Cent, quote unquote, squashed their issues or squashed their beef in 2016? And from the way the situation was reported, the Game was the one who initiated their issues being squashed when they were in the same club.
A massive, massive peace summit went down in Los Angeles.
Israel and
no, that's next week. We're going to get them together next week. But this week, the Game and 50 Cent officially buried the hatchet. They are done. Wait, am I supposed to say that?
Yeah, you can say that. It's good.
I can?
well, they're done this week,
I don't know. Yeah, they are. I mean, look, before they've said that they're gonna make up,
and they always do, and then they don't.
and they don't. But this time, I really believe it's true
Why?
because
Because they did it in a strip club?
yeah, exactly. They got together in the VIP at Ace of Diamonds. What more do you need to know? That's it. It's completely officially squashed. We saw them back, I think it was in March. They were both at Playhouse, but we didn't see them actually together like this.
Is that a hug? I can't tell.
Yeah, they're hugging it out. They're
That's him whispering in his ear, like, "Hey, bro, you know what? It's tricky between us, but guess what? We need to class the whole situation. It's been 12 years, and I'm tired of it being like super heated, and us keep on getting back and forth at each other. Let's be BFFs now, hugging, just do that type of thing."
I don't know if they used the term BFF.
Yeah, I don't think
doubt that
that's
came
not
out of from what I know of 50 now, who was here hosting the other TMZ on TV. You know, while you were gone.
I hear he was great, by the way.
Yeah, he was. He was really entertaining. And then a few hours after this, he decided, you know what?
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna go hash things out.
He used my cup. He's got my cup?
Yeah.
They're not supposed to use my cup.
Oh gosh. Really?
Well, that's my thing.
What do you mean it's your thing?
I'm kidding. I like his color
Yeah.
better than mine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean the cup.
The cup. Right.
Really, Harvey?
That was so
That's a
messed
good
up.
one.
Hey, so listen, aside from the them getting together there, Game actually got up in the club, grabbed the mic, and addressed everything that had happened in the past and talked about why they're moving forward.
Everybody in this you know what it is. I'm pretty sure you can see Game and 50 in the club. It's all good. You ain't gotta pick this side or that side or feel no certain way. I 50. What happened was 12 years ago. You know what it is. 50, we 100. You know what it is.
Okay.
So if you squash the beef with somebody in 2016 and then in 2018 I work with them, you can't come back in 2026 when I tell you, hey, I don't rock with you because you did this with my op and say, well, no, well, you work with my op in 2018. No, hold on, bro. You squashed the beef with that quote unquote op in 2016. I work with the op after you squashed the beef with them. So our situations ain't the same at all. And even if Game and 50 didn't squash that beef, Game did the thing with Drake in 2015. So if Kendrick Lamar worked with 50 Cent in 2018, Game had already did some transgressions to Kendrick Lamar that he wasn't feeling Game. So either way, I don't think Game can really compare the two. It's completely different.
I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But that's what he said. You know, another thing that he wanted me to put out here, since I'm going down. The hoodie that he wore in the J-Rock video, the reason he zipped it up is because he got $10,000 to wear it. So that's why he was wearing that shirt. So everybody that held that grudge from him, he got paid money to wear the hoodie. You know what I'm saying? The third thing, because I talked about the verses. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, hey, you know me. I'm like, bro, you just set up One Blood, you didn't do this. He's like, you don't understand that. If let's say I got up there and it would just turn into something else and I just was myself and start just totally disrespecting YG. He said that would have caused something, a ripple effect outside of that event. He said it was about brotherhood coming together and falling, falling back from where I was in order for us to have a great moment. And I'm like, I straight up told him, I said, well, I feel like some of the people that some of the people that are owners of that entity are not big fans of you. So I felt like it was a way. He's like, well, fuck it. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because my mama told me to do it. And it was a good look for the Pyrus and Bloods all in Los Angeles and around the world that seen that. And I'm like, okay, cool. So, and the fourth thing is, niggas can't with them lyrically. Just period. And he said, don't all the motherfuckers when people talk about lists and he not on the list, but he didn't. But he went up against Jay-Z. He went up against this one. He went up against that one, and he's still here. He's still here rapping, walking around, running his miles, living his life, lifting weights, living and breathing and eating good food. So those are the four things that he definitely wanted me to convey. And when he said, you see how we getting on the phone and we talking? He said that's all he ever wanted when he came to Dot. And I said, this was my rebuttal. I said, hey, well, the video shoot, he felt the way about that. He said, well, if I held grudges, like niggas held grudges against me, where would the West Coast be? He's like, there was a time where I was the only out here. So if I was like that, when trying to do what they was doing, where would we be? Where would we all be?
What I gather from the game's clapback, he just want to be friends with Kendrick Lamar, man. He just want to be homies, man. He just want to be a part of the circle, man. He just want to be one of the guys again, man. Because right now it feels like with him and Kendrick Lamar not being, well, what I've seen eye to eye, or Kendrick Lamar not really rocking with him, it feels like everybody else is picking a side. It feels like people kind of feel like, yo, Kendrick got the torch right now. He's the guy. I can't really be too close to the game. I can't really be like too fond of the game because Kendrick Lamar might group us all in the same category and then forget about us too. So it feels like people kind of, I rock with you, game, but because I gotta still be close to Kendrick Lamar. And it just feels like, yo, Game just want to be accepted because he even left the Instagram comment where he kind of expressed that, man, like, bruh, like, what's going on, man? Like, I can't catch a break. Like, what am I doing? Game genuinely don't understand why bygones can't be bygones and they just can't go back to being cool. If Kendrick Lamar had a problem with Game before this, he certainly don't rock with Game after this. Because this comment kind of seemed like a threat. It kind of seemed like a threat to, hey, I'm going to expose you or I'm going to drop 1,000 diss tracks on you. So Game writes, at least one ninja get it. Fans and internet goofies would never get it. These ninjas aren't who you think they are. One day I'm going to pull the curtain down so you can see every clown in a circus. This was a comment under a post where somebody is reacting to this Kendrick Lamar and Game beef, and they're taking Game side on this issue. So this is Game responding back to it. I honestly think that's not going to help because that's being perceived as kind of like a threat. Hey, bro, be my friend or else I'm going to expose you. But that's like the strongest response that Game has given during this entire situation, right? All the other responses, all the other attempts just kind of feels like begging for acceptance. And people have been calling Game out on it. I think Academics did a live stream where Academics is pointing out that Game was his favorite rapper at some point because of Game's attitude and behavior of he don't give a F. Now he feels like Game is like a skeleton of himself because Game is like yearning for this affection and love from Kendrick Lamar. And, it just don't come across as Game-like, and it comes across as weak.
And everybody knows, before Drake was my favorite rapper, you were my favorite rapper. 100%. You were my favorite rapper from like 2005 to like 2008. 100%. Okay? I with you. But I gotta be honest with you. You have always had this syndrome about you where you seek acceptance from the people who clearly don't with you. You did it with Dr. Dre. My nigga, you named your second album Doctor's Advocate after he made it clear that he was choosing Aftermath, and he was basically rocking with 50. He just wasn't going to work with you. You weren't going to get a Dre beat. You named a thing called Doctor's Advocate. And by the way, I love it. That's a great album. But even the intro, you're kind of like whining about Dre not loving you and not accepting you. And, you know, you have these songs like, shout out to that song One Night. You're like crying on the song like, you know, drunk. It's about not being accepted. And you were my favorite rapper at the time. So just to put it in context. So, and I was thinking, man, these. I watched you lead a campaign versus G Unit. I think that you're one of the main reasons 50's run ended when it did. You and Ye. And I was thinking, yo, why is the game acting like he always need another nigga? He's that. To me, I'm growing up. He's my favorite rapper. He's that to me.
Yeah, but you have to be sympathetic to where the game is coming from. What game is experiencing is a very real human emotion, bruh. It's the feeling of acceptance, bruh. I'm 40. I'm almost 50 years old. I done did everything in hip-hop, bro. I got the diamond records. I got the platinum albums. I did everything. And when it was time for me to pass the torch, I ain't do no hater stuff. I passed the torch. Game, Snoop, everybody is on stage. They pass the torch to Dot. Game, I ain't tripping. Now, you'll hear a little later, people believe from Kendrick's camp the Game was tripping about that and the Game was salty about that, but I didn't really see saltiness when I watched that video back. I did everything I had to do in hip-hop. I passed the torch. I helped out people. I did what I had to do. Right now, the West Coast is on, and it's a celebration for the West. And it feels like in the celebration for the West, I seen Dr. Dre on stage. I see blah, blah on stage. I see Snoop being celebrated. I see Dot being celebrated. Everybody is coming together to celebrate the West Coast reigning supreme for a couple of years. But I'm left out the celebration. I can't come on stage and celebrate. I can't do certain things. I'm kind of iced out. Again, it's easy to say, yo, Game, F them dudes. No, but it's a very real human emotion, especially if he's being told you the reason why we don't rock with you, your behavior, your antics. You can understand why he might feel, damn, bruh. Man, like, bruh, I can't, damn, bruh. Yo, why can't we just squash it, bruh? It's not that serious. You understand, now, even though you might, yo, I'm a Game fan, so it's understandable. Hey, bro, you want to feel that. You want to be accepted, bro. That's your homies. Those are your peers. That's who you grew up with. You want to be able to celebrate somebody like Kendrick Lamar, who was at some point a mentee. Now he the biggest rapper on the planet. Well, 1A, 1B. You want to be able to celebrate that. And the fact that you can't is going to hurt, right? Like I'm going to allow a man who almost 50, bro, to feel emotions, bro. Right now, 20-year-old filled with ego, filled with pride, you probably gonna take the approach that Act One game to take, which is, man, F them. It's me against the world. You did that in your 20s. You did that in your 30s, man. You don't want to do that like in your 40s and 50s. You want to celebrate life in your 40s and 50s, man. You a little softer. You a little more sentimental, but that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to go through life. You're supposed to overcome. And you're supposed to feel something the age that Game is currently at. I think Game is almost 50. So I'm not holding that against Game at all. But the fact is this, though. Because Game wears his emotions on his sleeve, that's like the main difference between Game and Kendrick Lamar. A lot of Game's hiccups, a lot of his bumps in the road have came with him wearing his emotions on his sleeve. Even with Kendrick Lamar currently, right? Kendrick Lamar don't speak. He sit back, he observe. But it's a catch-22 for Game because you want to be a real person. You don't want to suppress what you're feeling. But when you express how you feel and you're going out of your way to this extent to try to squash it and try to fix it, now you have members of TDE like MacWop who are on their live stream literally mocking your desire to be accepted, your desire to fix things, your desire to squash the beef with Kendrick Lamar. MacWop was on stream, like literally doing a full comedy skit, mocking the Game, trying to reach out to Kendrick Lamar.
Chuck. Hey. Hey, K.Dot. Call me, blood. Oh, now he don't know me. Hey, nah, blood. Oh, you don't know me. You don't know Big Bro no more. Nah. Hey, K.Dot. Call me blood. It's the Big Bro. Let me see what's up with blood. K.Dot. Why he acting like? Oh, blood brand new. Y'all see how they get when you put them on? This how they get. Not Lil Bro. Wait a minute. Who is that up there at the Super Bowl with Dr. Dre, blood? Eminem, blood? Is that Fifth? Nah, blood. That's on Paul Rue. Let me call this nigga. Hey, blood. Oh, voicemail. Hey, K.Dot. This your boy Game, blood. I see you about to be doing a pop out, blood. I'm trying to pull up. On Paul Rue, call me back. My number the same? You know my number the same, blood. Call me back, blood, on Paul Rue. Hollywood, blood. I love that. On Bloods. Get out of here.
That's cold. That is cold, bruh. These dudes don't feel emotion, bro. All that sentimental stuff does not move these people, bruh. Yo, I don't know Kendrick Lamar personally, but I can look at who Kendrick Lamar friends are, like Mac Wab, Keem. These dudes do not feel emotions. Nothing about Mac Wab screams, give a F. Nothing about Mac Wab scream, hey, you could call me and cry your eyes out and it's gonna move me. When my decision is made, my decision is made. To me, this right here was the stamp that the game needs. Hey, bro, move on, man. Move on, bro. They in them group chats talking about you, blood. Come on, woo. They in them group chats laughing at you trying to be a part of the team, man. This right here is the confirmation you need, man. And if you actually left a voicemail, if you actually called Kendrick Lamar and left a voicemail to come to the pop-up and he never got back to you, but somehow MacWap know what the content of that voicemail is, but they talking about you, bro. They got, yo, Game, you've done too much. You're way too accomplished, bro. Just let it go, man, all right? You've made your decisions. You got to live with your decisions, man, all right? When you rocked with Drake in 2015, when Kendrick Lamar was not all the way up here yet, Drake was on top, that felt like you chose your team. And he says that, okay, cool. Now you got to stay there. You and Drake still cool. Just stay there, bro. They not forgiving you. They not letting it go. This is confirmation, man. MacWop even brought up the Super Bowl. That's another element that I wasn't even thinking of. Dre, Snoop, and Dot was on the Super Bowl stage. Who was also on stage when they passed the torch to Kendrick Lamar? Dre, Snoop, Dot, and the Game. Dre, Dot, and Snoop continued their relationship. I stopped the Game. That's cold. But the Game made decisions. He chose a friendship with Drake that he had way before, well, not before Dot, because I feel like Dot and Game like grew up in the same place, right? So they probably knew each other way before, like Game knew Drake. But Drake and Game had a relationship before Kendrick and Drake started beefing. So Game kind of just picked his friendship, right? He's not switching up. But that's a decision that you made, and you got to be comfortable with that decision, right? If people don't rock with you for certain things that you don't feel bad about, then don't feel bad about it. But Game is just looking at the landscape and he's watching, like the Super Bowl. Snoop, Dre, Dot, they did their thing. Game was not allowed to do it. They never invited Game to do it. Jay-Z says he ain't had nothing to do with it. Jay-Z says, bruh, Dre could have brought out anybody he wanted to bring out. Dre chose to bring out 50 Cent and chose not to invite the Game. In LA, that's cold. That's cold. Now, Keem, who's another TDE member, he did a live stream. Now, he would say that moment on stage where Game, Dre, and Snoop is passing the torch to Kendrick Lamar and Kendrick Lamar is crying, Keem will say that moment where we felt like Game is contributing to passing the torch, Keem will claim that Game was actually upset that Dre and Snoop passed the torch to Kendrick Lamar and not him. My perspective of that particular video was Dre, Snoop, and Game was passing the torch. TDE members believe Dre and Snoop was passing the torch and Game was in the back hating, which I didn't quite get that from that, but I'm not a part of TDE, so I can't tell you what the inner circle thinks.
Oh, act stealing content. No, so I'm telling them, tell somebody steal this narrative. I don't know if nobody came with this narrative. My boy ain't appreciate that, and he was popping up on Dr. Dre now. That's how I see it. He trying to.
Wow, bro. This is just how everybody doing game. That's messed up, bro. Nah, that's messed up, bro, man. Y'all gotta get off game like that, man. Y'all can't. Come on, man. Let that man be, man. He just want to be friends with K.Dot, man. He trying to settle everything, stop all this black on black crime. You know, black people need to stick together more, man. Like y'all like making it worse. Like that's crazy, bro. Y'all don't want to see black people stick together. That's all I want to see is conflict, huh? This is preposterous. I am perplexed.
Pop up. He trying to pop up. Trying to get a couple records clear, trying to see what's up. He said Game was outside the studio. Do. Hey, nigga. Dre. Come on, nigga. I know you like that freestyle. I know you like this shit. You like this hot shit I'm spitting. He said they wasn't letting him in the studio. He wasn't coming around. They wasn't with it. They said Dre planned on shelving Game. This was Stat Quo said, don't even get at me. There's nothing to get at me about. I'm just listening. We just trying to put the little pieces to the truth and the details. That's crazy being there that night. I didn't know it was that legendary and still would be a factor this many years later. Shout out big time in front of the congregation. Nah, it was a legendary night. I for sure, like I was in the building too. I'm on that stage too. Go look in the cut. But powerful ass night for real. Like I thought that was beautiful. I thought it was beautiful. Dot up there crying and shit. That nigga Dot empathed out too. He felt that. He felt that like, damn. I'm around my big dogs. All my big dogs fucking with it. They feeling this. They crowning me, passing the torch. But I don't think everybody was on board. Just showed up. Would have looked crazy.
Even from that very vague explanation, you can kind of untangle the narrative that, they've already had a couple things they could point to why they didn't like the Game, right? It's not just the Drake and Compton thing. It's probably the J-Rock thing. Or they felt like Game was being salty about the passing the torch thing, right? So there's a couple things they're pointing to. It's not just one thing. And then when the Drake and Kendrick beef happened, the Game hopped in and dissed Rick Ross. And when he did that, you had Kendrick Lamar cousin on Twitter dissing the Game, calling his street credibility into question. J3 wrote this tweet in November of 2025, and he wrote, Game rooting for Dot behind closed doors. I'm rooting for Dot out loud. He just claimed he wanted to sign him, talking about he gangbanging hard. I'm like, where? LOL. So Hitter J3 is talking about when the Game publicly stated that Top Dog wanted Game to sign Kendrick Lamar. Game wanted to, but I guess he felt like he was gangbanging hard at the time and didn't really want for that to affect what Kendrick Lamar had going on. So Hitter J3 is saying you was never gangbanging hard, so stop that. But he's also saying that Game is rooting for Dot behind closed doors, but can't root for Dot publicly because he wants to hold this alliance with Drake, which he thinks is fake. Hitter J3 would also write, and Dot done more for the city than anybody. That's also a direct shot at Game, right? Where Game says, as you just heard Stat Quo said, bruh, if I held grudges, where would the city be right now? I did for the city. They're saying, well, yeah, you did something for the city, but Dot have done way more than anybody. In response to somebody saying, Hitter, you sound like the Game. Let Chef Boy have his moment. Hitter J3 responded again, November of 2025. I can never sound like Game. I'm proud of my homie. And I'm on the song, so listen to yourself. Game not on the album, nor was he at the pop-out. Come on, bro. All right, yo, I'll be real. When the pop-out thing happened, a lot of people thought it was like kind of odd that Game was not at the pop-out. We just chalked it up to maybe Game couldn't make it. Now we're starting to see, no, there was an actual concerted effort to keep Game away from the pop-out. He was not allowed to come, according to what Hitter J3 is saying right here, where apparently Game is not proud of Kendrick and Game is hating from their perspective. Honestly, yo, the further and deeper I get into this video and just seeing how literally everybody around Kendrick Lamar despised the Game, it kind of makes the Game like still trying to be cordial. It kind of makes the Game still trying to come around and squash things look a little bit more silly, bro. They just don't like you, bro. As simple as that. Now, Wack 100 hopped on DJ Academic's live stream, and Wack 100 attempted to kind of like try to calm the temperatures. Now, even Wack had to acknowledge that the Game dissing Rick Ross in the middle of the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef was not a good idea. But Wack also tried to say that Game did not know that Drake and Kendrick Lamar had beef in 2015 when he brought Drake to Compton, and he didn't know that Drake was dissing Kendrick Lamar on the record. I'm going to say this. Game is somebody who I believe is chronically online. Do I believe that Game didn't know that Drake and Kendrick Lamar was beefing, even though Drake did multiple interviews in 2013 and 2014 dissing Kendrick Lamar? I do not buy that. I don't agree. I don't think that's true at all. Wack probably didn't know. The Game, I think, certainly knew, but the Game didn't care because Drake at the time was up here, Dot was down here. Now that Dot is essentially eye level with Drake, Game kind of want to be friends with both, and Dot is saying, you pick your side, you got to stay there.
They haven't spoken, okay? If we knew they haven't spoken since...
But the problem is that you know 100 is my record. You know that, right?
I know.
Oh, you got to remember, we're talking about 15? Fuck, we do that. Some shit like that.
Okay, so why would y'all even act like he was invited to the pop-out then? That's 9 years later. Like, yo, if Kendrick ain't talked to that nigga in 9 years, why the hell would you even think he's invited to the pop-out?
No, because I think we got to, did I get some feature work from Kendrick since 100? I think I did get one more.
But not for Game, though.
Yeah, I believe I did. I think it was...
Wack, we gotta come clean, man. Kendrick, for whatever reason, he don't with Game, bro.
I think here goes the problem, right? The problem
Wack,
is
this is the only topic you don't keep it 100 on. You're not keeping 100 on this topic.
Listen, here goes the problem. You don't know Kendrick, right? So
Top Dog just called in to clarify. Basically, we don't that nigga. We ain't done it in 10 years.
Listen. You didn't hear what Stat Quo said?
What you say?
When I talked to Wack. You think I don't know what the fuck going? You been the fuse box to all of it anyway. It never goes anywhere because it's a whacking top that's right there. Okay. Right? So what you're not getting is this. No, you're not gonna look up, or you guys didn't look up in the last 10, 11 years, and Kendrick dissing Game and Game dissing Kendrick. No, right? Game's disposition is this. Hey, Kendrick, I know who you become. But when you were becoming that, I had a relationship with this man. Now, I know y'all doing y'all rap, and I've never expected you to jump in mine, and I know you don't expect me to jump in yours. I don't think it's that serious because it ain't no gangster going on. You got to remember, the Game, Jason Taylor, every beef he had, it was some gangster going on.
Nah, understood, but I don't think Game can use that excuse, bro. Like, I don't think Game can use the excuse of, yo, nobody got shot, so I didn't know they was beefing. Nah. That beef was way too publicized. Like, this was 20. Now, if you want to say in 2019, you didn't know that Drake and Kendrick got beef because it's like 10 years removed, cool. But in 2015, nah. That beef was too publicized, bro. Drake did Elliot Wilson, where he damn near dissed Kendrick Lamar. Drake came on the radio, said he ain't doing no songs with Kendrick Lamar. That beef was way too publicized. Now, if you're somebody who's not of the culture or not in the industry, you could probably miss it. But if you're a Game and you're as committed and dedicated to hip hop, Game is like a hip hop junkie. Game is somebody who is Game is a student of the culture. Man, bro, Game knew that Drake and Kendrick Lamar was not getting along, bro. Especially Game is in that inner circle. Game is in the circle. Game understands at that time the TDE's perspective of Drake. Game knew when things were cool and when things were not cool. So I don't believe that, bro. I think Wack didn't know. Game, nah. Game is too close to the situation not to know. So I don't think that's an excuse, bro. Right? And if you're a Game, you are a top tier lyricist. Game is what, a top 20 lyricist of all time? You telling me you heard Drake's verse and didn't see the Kendrick Lamar? Did you heard Drake's verse and didn't realize who he was dissing? I'm not buying that either, bro. No, not at all. I'm not buying it, bro. Are y'all buying it? Man, let me know in the comment section what y'all think, bro. This Drake, well, not Drake, but this Game and Kendrick beef is heating up, okay? If you guys is still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here or here or here.
Okay, chat. Okay, chat. GS3 the Don, and you know what's going on, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and we gonna keep good vibes, mud. And you know the slogan. Oh, you know the slogan. At the end of the day got to end. And always remember, my friend, I'm here to give you some news that you can use, and I don't want you to abuse. Today was a good day. Um, How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing, man? We on the road to monetization. We are on the road to monetization. Trying to get monetized so bad, and it's so hard, chat. It is hard, man. I'm genuinely telling y'all, trying to get monetized is so hard, bro. It's hard. But I won't give up, bro. I won't. I won't give up. 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 I'm not gonna give up. We got this. We got this. We got this. Build your community. Build your community. GS3. Build your community. Build your community. Keep going. Keep going. God, watch over me, God. Cover me with the blood of Jesus, God. Please, God. Watch over me, God. Help me through this, God. Guide me through this, God. Please, God. And I will help you help me, God. In Jesus' name, amen. We're gonna keep going, chat. We're gonna keep going till we get monetized. Let's go, chat. GS3 to Don. Like, comment, subscribe, and we're gonna keep good vibes. More at the end of the day, that day gotta end, my friend.